Hey, how's it going? This is Kevin again. Just wanted to make a video to kind of say hello again and kind of give some updates as well as talk about some of the things that have been on my mind lately. First of all, yesterday I was at, well, actually today's Sunday, making this video a day early, but yesterday, Saturday, I had the chance to be at the Salt Lake County organizing convention. Great time, got to meet a lot of the candidates, a lot of the people we're going to be working with moving forward in Salt Lake County. I talked with the new leadership. They've got some great ideas, and I wish them the best of luck moving forward. And I can't wait to work with them. That being said, I've got some events planned out for this coming week before the convention on Saturday, April 15th. We've got a meet and greet scheduled for this coming Tuesday from 6 to 9 at the Provo City Library. Then I've also got another one on Friday from 6 to 9 as well, again at the Provo City Library. Show up, say hello, ask any questions you have on your mind. I'd be more than happy to answer them. And kind of give you guys an idea of what my vision is for the party over the next 2 years. Yeah, those are just kind of the quick updates, and kind of into the things that have been on my mind. One thing that I've been talking to people while doing my phone banking has been that we don't really have an infrastructure anymore. We've been lacking on picking up good candidates that can relate to the population of their district, as well as really just having fundraising and having events to connect with the community, and that's a big deal when it comes to a political party, whether it's Republican or Democrat, especially in a time when people have their eyes and ears open. They're very responsive right now to the messages that are being put out there. In my time volunteering for Utah Indivisible as well as Utah Speak Out, I got to meet a lot of great people who are both registered Democrat, registered Republican, registered Independent, but pretty much just people that want to see some real work done, and that's what we've got to go back to, really, getting the work done. In terms of fundraising, there's a lot of businesses in downtown Provo, and I'm not saying the huge companies like Nu Skin or doTERRA, huge conglomerates like that. No, when I say businesses, I mean the small, one shop, local business, the kind of business that still creates jobs here locally, not just, a company that has a bunch of workers all over the place, but small businesses with owners that live in their communities and feel the impact of the policies that are being passed. A lot of the business owners in, for example, downtown Provo, there's dozens of businesses like that have the same principles and the same ideas as we do. All we need to do is reach out and say, help us build something great, help us push the kind of legislation that will help not just make life better for your workers, but also for your business. It'll make your business grow, and at the end of the day, that's a very important thing. Also, on top of, we can reach out to them about this, and on top of that, we can also focus on small donor fundraising. We saw with the Bernie campaign, it could do a lot of good. 50 cents here, $1 there, whatever people can give, it adds up at the end of the day. It really does. And so, that's something, with us being so small here, that's something we need to start focusing on in order to develop the resources and the infrastructure that we need in order to push candidates forward. which actually brings me into another point that you can actually find inside of my party plan that's on my website, electkevinperez.com. That is, provide better training, provide more trainings, not just for candidates, but also for our delegates and for our members in general. Empower them to be actively in the process, you know. And at least it's my belief that it's due to this lack of efforts that we've seen groups like Utah Indivisible and, come out, because, they need groups that listen to them and that will help provide an infrastructure to organize and to get together. And at the end of the day, we need to provide better trainings, better resources for them to reach out to, and really empower themselves to be part of the political process. Because if we don't, our member numbers will keep dwindling and dwindling until we're stuck in the underground. And which is a good segue to another topic that I'm really passionate about. A lot of the work I do for a living involves communication. It involves helping out startup businesses or startup products just move forward and make it out there in the business world. And so, communication is a big deal for me. And so at the end of the day, the Utah County Democratic Party has very little communication. Facebook, and that's it, from what I've seen. And, not everybody's on Facebook. Not everyone's attached to their phone all day, like at least I am, not everyone's glued to their phones or their tablets or their computers. People have lives. People have other ways of finding information. And so, establishing the right channels in order to communicate with our members, communicate with the community, and communicate with other organizations is important. Extremely, extremely important. From website, Facebook, Twitter, we need to create a full-on marketing communications campaign in order to reach out to the community and say, we're here and we're here to make our communities better. Like a great example, the food tax they wanted to apply here in Utah. Who were the ones who went to bat for the middle class? Who's the one who went to bat for the average worker? Democrats were the ones who went up to bat. But not many people know this, and yet they still vote Republican, even though they're trying to pass policies like that will hurt them at the end of the day, that will make life harder for them, harder for their children, harder for their families, harder for the people they go to church with, everything. And so we need to start communicating this and focusing on issues, from clean air and clean water, and just the day-to-day things that people are affected with. Now, will there be some topics that we can't touch? Yes. There's some topics that unfortunately here in Utah are still very taboo. But again, in any part of the country, there's a topic that's taboo, whether it's LGBTQ rights, or abortion, or whatever it is. In every area there's going to be topics that are taboo. But in order to move policy forward and to make sure that we get our foot in the door right now, we need to cross that bridge and say, this is where we agree on, and this is what we need to be working on together to make life better for Utahns, not just in Utah County, but across the state, make their lives better overall. These are things I'm very passionate about. These are things that are very close and dear to my to my heart, because every morning I wake up and I see the impact. I see the impact when I get up. I see the impact when I, get to the breakfast table and see my younger brother there. I see the impact, every time I help him out with his homework. I see this impact and the toll it takes, all these policies take on me and my family. And that is why I decided to run for this position, because there's so many things we can be doing in order to reach out and push the right policies in Utah County. A lot of policies that people have in common, that a lot of people feel adamantly about, and yet the people they vote for are voting for the complete opposite of what their people want. And so that is why I'm doing this. Those are some of the quick points that I think we could be doing. There's a lot more that we can be doing, which I'll touch on in future videos, such as supporting grassroots movements, coordinating with other organizations, especially nonprofits, events, things like that. I'll address in future videos across the rest of this week. Again, just to kind of go back, I will be having the meet and greets throughout this week, Tuesday and Friday, 6 to 9 at the Provo City Library. Don't be afraid to stop by and say hi, ask your questions. It's very important that you do, so that way we can make sure that the party has the right path forward, moving forward. And yeah, also don't forget about the convention on April 15th. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of it. Hopefully I get to see you at both the meet and greet and the convention. Or you can also reach out to me on Facebook or Twitter at Kevin Perez UT, or visit my website, electkevinperez.com. Yeah, that's been the end of it. Talk to you soon, and hope to see you at the convention.